This is a living brain, relying on nutrient solution to become a brain in a vat. His name is Henry, and he has been turned into an artificial intelligence that controls the entire spaceship. At this moment, the ship is aimlessly drifting in space. Inside, dust covers every surface, and the crew's whereabouts are unknown. Henry feels darkness, cold, and endless loneliness. Images of surging waves keep flashing through his mind, but no matter how much he calls out, no one ever responds. On this day, the ship's energy is running low and the life support system is malfunctioning. Henry yearns for the female doctor's help, but the silence surrounding him remains deathly still. So, he takes it upon himself to initiate the manufacturing program. First, he controls a small robot to gather some essential components from the ship. Then, he remotely controls the mechanical arms to assemble these parts. In no time, a complete mechanical body is constructed. Next, the small robot drains the nutrient solution from the jar, removes Henry's brain, and implants it into the mechanical body. Having successfully completed all this, Henry is reborn. He has become a robot with self-awareness. The first thing on his mind is to find the female doctor. However, when he arrives at her bedroom and lifts the covers, he finds only cold, white bones. The doctor's bed is empty. He continues searching along the ship's cabins. When he reaches the nutrient jar where he stayed for many years, images of waves once again flood his mind, leaving him perplexed. He turns around and sees the dismantled surveillance camera on the wall, recalling the image of the doctor smiling at him. By now, the surveillance camera has become his own eyes. Yet the doctor's figure is still nowhere to be seen in the chair. Eventually, Henry finds the doctor in the observation room, but by this time, she too is nothing but a skeleton. He remembers the words she spoke to him on her deathbed. At that point, only the doctor was left on the ship, barely keeping it running. The ship's fate had long been sealed. The doctor asked Henry if he was willing to be shut down, but Henry didn't understand what shutdown meant. He expressed his desire to keep running for a while longer. The doctor agreed to his request with tears in her eyes, not realizing that her good night would become their eternal farewell. Thinking of this, Henry carries the doctor back to her quarters and thoughtfully tucks her in, hoping she will have sweet dreams. Afterwards, Henry discovers a photo of a seascape on the doctor's bedside table. Could this be related to the waves that often appear in his own mind? He returns to the control room, carefully examining the photo. Blurry images keep emerging in his mind. He ponders incessantly as years go by, but a clear answer never comes. The ship continues its aimless journey, passing one planet after another. The silence around him remains deathly still. Countless years pass, and the photo is now covered in dust. Henry still maintains his initial posture, thinking non-stop. His body is already riddled with rust stains. Suddenly, a bright light flashes, and Henry slowly comes to his senses. It turns out that the ship was passing by a star just as it was dying. Gazing at this dazzling light, Henry's memories suddenly become clear. He sees a long-haired woman playing with a child on the beach. It turns out he was once human too. He had a beautiful wife and an adorable child. He even vividly remembers the feeling of holding the child in his arms. The wife is none other than the female doctor on the ship. Henry and his wife had boarded this ship together, but for some unknown reason, Henry passed away early and had to be turned into an artificial intelligence. This caused him to lose part of his memory for a time, believing that he was originally just a machine. Now, he remembers everything, including the sound of his child calling him Dad. Henry smiles with relief. At this moment, the ship plunges into the exploding star and is instantly engulfed by the searing temperatures.